Hey guys, my name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all things Arsenal, the good, the bad and the ugly. We'll go in the bad right away, and that's obviously, we follow up a really good win against Southampton with a really terrible game against Bournemouth away. Not quite sure how to explain this one. Obviously I want to point out that I didn't watch the game live. It's like half past midnight local time kickoff and I was doing 6 a.m.s the weekend and most of this week, so it was like smack dab in the middle of where I'm supposed to be sleeping. So I was like, you know what? This is the one game probably this season where I'm gonna not watch the game. I just can't do it. Thinking, depending on what the referees decide to do, this should be a straightforward win. Wake up and it's 2-0 loss, and I'm thinking, what the hell? Obviously, losing Saliba didn't help. I've seen the replay since, and yeah, just a terrible game. So yeah, losing Saliba in the first half and the way we didn't help. Again, it's one of those things where if it was a different team, do you think he would have been sent off or just given the yellow? Again, it's controversy. Again, it's like, well, the referee gave it a yellow. VAR's like, no, change it. Having been told that the referee's decision is mostly final. The referee has the power of discretion. The referee has the power to decide. VAR is not a secondary omnipotent referee. So yeah, the whole thing about sus. We've not had a stress-free or drama-free game for football in the Premier League for a long time now. It seems like the referees aren't really on one. Again, every single thing that happens with Arsenal right now, there's other examples of other teams doing it in the same weekend and not getting a red card. It happened again this weekend. Obviously, Saliba was in our half. Miles away. You can't say it was a goal scoring opportunity. The player wasn't even in his own half. So it is what it is. I'm not going to rant too much on that. But yeah, losing him and playing for 10 men for well over an hour is just not helpful. And obviously, Bournemouth took their chances and we couldn't. Again, you can say, well, maybe we should still have the quality to win against, with 10 men. But it is what it is. It's our first L this season. It's our first L this year. I think it's our second L this year, actually. And we're in October now, so that's still good. There's still a predictable meltdown about it, but it is what it is. We've got Liverpool next weekend, which is not ideal considering they're having an outstanding season so far. And we're not. We keep getting screwed over. We're not playing the best football either. We're injury FC right now. Saka's a doubt. Odegaard's been out for ages. Loads of other players are injured. I'm just not going to go all into it, but it is what it is. The only ray of sunshine, the good part was the fact that we got a good win against Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League, which is great. 1-0 victory. Not as outstanding. We're not playing our best football, and it's not just down to dubious refereeing decisions, and we're not doing really well in the league right now either. We're not clicking right now. We should have won it 2-0. We got a penalty. Trossard missed. Kai Havertz should have scored, taken it and scored. He would have scored it. Everyone knows it's Saka on penalties, and then it's Kai Havertz. Maybe the odd occasion it's Odegaard. This mainly Kai and Saka taking them lately in this season anyway. So a bit gobsmacked that Kai didn't take it, but it is what it is. We still won the game. We still got 3 points. The league format, we're doing really well in it right now. Haven't conceded a goal in the Champions League yet. And we won 2 games and drew the third. So we're doing alright at the moment. But again, we've got tough opponents coming up, and the PSG victory at home was brilliant, but that was arguably our hardest game so far. Atlanta as well. There no mugs. So yeah, it is what it is. One thing I will say that the refereeing from the Champions League to the Premier League is night and day. Nobody was talking about the refereeing in the Champions League. Nobody talks about any dodgy refereeing decisions. Nobody, the referees don't want to be the centre of attention in the Champions League. They just get on with it. They do what they have to do, and they're anonymous for the rest of the game. Premier League refs just have a bit of celebrity syndrome right now. They just want to be the centre of attention. They want to be the ones that everyone's talking about every single weekend because they're just dodgy decisions. And it's not just dodgy decisions against Arsenal. It's dodgy decisions in favour of, in this case, Man City. They've got a weird thing with Man City right now, where Man City just a bit similar to where Man United were there when in their dominant period. You know, they seem to get all of the decisions their way. Seem to get all the the time in the world to get. If they're losing a game, if they're drawing a game, they get all the time in the world to get the winner. It just is what it is. That it's almost as if somebody's realised that Man City is the Premier League's money maker right now, and they think, well, I've got to have Man City winning the league because obviously get more money or whatever. I don't really know. There is a conspiracy out there. I just not 100% sure what a conspiracy is. I don't necessarily say it's anti-Arsenal, although I think there is something in that. I don't know whether it's because Wenger challenged them all for decades, or whether Arteta's been too vocal. Inexperienced with it's his first job, his first senior coaching role. Arteta's going to make mistakes. He has made mistakes. Maybe one of them is talking too much about refereeing decisions going against us, and they've taken it to heart. It does feel dodgy, and you can't complain against PGMOL either, because you're complaining to the people about the same people. So they're not exactly going to say, oh yeah, you're right, we did wrong. Like, it's not independent at all. And the whole thing about Sky, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher just constantly defending them, that shambolic segment where they get the ex-referees on to have to. Dermot Gallagher gets a lot of crap because he does talk a lot of crap. But I almost tweeted out the other day where he must hate his job. He must get paid a lot to do it. Because every single week he's realising that the weekend finishes, and he's realising on the Monday he has to go in and on television in front of millions and millions of people have to kind of try and explain these inexplicable decisions every single week. He must hate it. I don't think he believes any of what he says. It's just like, well, yeah, no, that was the right decision. That was the right decision because of this. So, well, yeah, but last time this happened, it went the other way, and you said that was the right decision because of blah, blah, blah. So which one is it? And it's getting to the point now where he's starting to contradict himself a little bit, which is quite funny. It's going to happen quite a lot now, I think, because he's forced to come out so many times and explain so many similar-ish situations. There's going to be more and more points now where he's going to be brought up, and so he's like, you said this about the situation last time. Why is it different? So it is what it is. He obviously gets paid to go on TV and go, yeah, the referee got it right. He got it right because of this, because of that, because of this. And in one case, one or two places where it does get a little bit iffy, and he's like, well, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that. And, he's learned from it now. He won't do it again. And they go do it again. Kavanagh should not be a referee in the Premier League ever again. Not just because of what he does. Also, he's blatantly a Man City fan. It is what it is. I said I wasn't going to write about referees, and I'm writing about referees. But it's worth talking about, right now it's Arsenal. Everyone loves to talk about Arsenal. Everyone loves to laugh at Arsenal. The haters have been starved of the opportunity to talk shit about Arsenal for the last 2 or 3 years now. Because obviously Arteta's got us back up to almost the top of the, top of the league and top of the English game. But they remember the banter era. Everyone loves to laugh at Arsenal. Everyone loves to take the piss out of Arsenal, blah, blah, blah. So this is their kind of way of kind of reliving that, dream, where they can laugh at Arsenal fans complaining of the fact that there is something against us. Arsenal cannot get away with stuff that every other team in the Premier League can get away with and do get away with. Arsenal have to be spotless every single game. It's just not sensible. It's not feasible. Kicking the ball away. When was the last time somebody got booked for kicking the ball away? I mean, that was all the rage a month ago, but now everyone doesn't talk about it because that's one of the rules that they've decided to drop because it doesn't affect them. Unless they use it against Arsenal, it doesn't really affect anyone else. So yeah, I mean, I understand people, laughing at Arsenal fans. Fair play, and everyone thinks that Arsenal fans like to make excuses and shit, and fair enough. There are Arsenal fans out there that do that. But you have to call an orange at some point, and at the moment, it just seems like Arsenal are treated harshly for some reason. It'd be really interesting to find out eventually what it is. I told my mate the other day, like, 10 years' time, there's going to be a documentary and there's going to be some revelations. Oh, yeah, we were told to be harsh on Arsenal because of this, or we were told to be in favour of Man City because of this, and whatever. It will all come to light eventually. At the moment, we're just left in the dark and wondering every single week why things are being done, why refereeing. It's not always down to the refs either. The referee got it right with the Saliba thing. He booked him. It was a yellow card offence, blatantly. You know, the player was almost on his way. Saliba fouls him. It was a foul. Yeah, cool, yellow card. But to send him off in the 20th minute or whatever ridiculous time it was, straight red, was just bullshit. And you know, it is what it is. I mean, that's what Arsenal fans have to deal with now. And you know, saw the exact same opportunity. I can't remember even what game it was. I think it was the Liverpool game. One of their players got fouled on the halfway line, got yellow carded. That was it. Same exact situation, almost the same position as well. And no, referee, you got to go back. VAR's like, oh, referee, you got to go back and book it. You got to send him off. We've got to make it about us this time. It's Arsenal. Don't forget, you know. It's almost as if there's a whole meme of the Family Guy meme where you look at the different shades and you're like, okay, just basically check what football shirt the player is wearing, and if it's this player, you send him off. If it's this team, you send him off. If it's this team, you just give him a yellow card. It is what it is. We've got a massive game against Liverpool. Saka's a doubt. Odegaard's probably not going to be back. They're our best players, I guess, offensively. We need Kai Havertz on his game. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about the Liverpool game. I'm going to wait and see what happens, and then I'm going to do a video on it next week. It's difficult to see us getting the result. We're playing poorly. I mean, refereeing things aside, we're not playing our best football right now. It took us a long time to get into it last season as well. We kind of dragged our heels to the Christmas, and then we started kicking on after Christmas. But yeah, I don't know. Once we get Odegaard back, once we get Saka back, hopefully we can get going again. But yeah, it is what it is. We've got a massive game against Liverpool. We've got Champions League. We're doing well in the Champions League, so that might be the weirdest way of saying it, but that might be our most likely easier chance to win a trophy. I'm not saying we're going to win the Champions League, but I think we've got an easier chance to do it in the Champions League than we've got in the Premier League. Because Arsenal in the Premier League have to play the opposition as well as the referee, the officials, because the officials just love to make themselves the centre of attention, but. It is what it is. I'm not going to watch too much longer. This is a bit of a slow video. I don't want to talk too much about the whole Bournemouth game. We just outplayed. It is what it is. We missed a good opportunity to score. Martinelli, in particular, he did score in the Champions League. So Martinelli's back. He's one of our most dangerous players. He's unpredictable. He creates goals out of nowhere. The Champions League game. The goal in the Champions League didn't get contributed to him. It came off the goalkeeper and went in, so it was a no goal. But it was all him. It should have been his goal. He's back. He missed a chance against Bournemouth, and we just didn't take our chances at all. And that happens in the Premier League. You do go to places like Fulham and Bournemouth and Wolves, and they do get points off you sometimes. It is what it is. Our injury list is getting longer and longer. Considering as well, Odegaard got injured while playing for Norway, not even an Arsenal game. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments what you think about what's going on with Arsenal right now. Do you agree or disagree? You're going to laugh at me for the whole refereeing conspiracy thing. Fair play. Arsenal fans leave themselves open when we start complaining. So how dare we complain about that? But yeah, today it's us. Tomorrow it could be you. Man United, I think, are going to get some dubious decisions go against them this season. Maybe Chelsea as well. Yeah, it's just a shame really. And if we do win, even if Arsenal do win and we somehow beat Liverpool, you have to see City winning against Wolves. They got Wolves, and yeah, it just means that by Christmas, City could have already won the league by then. So. Yeah, it's just disappointing, frustrating, but it is what it is. We just got to sort ourselves out, make sure that we're crystal clean every single time we play the game now, because obviously they pick us up on every little tiny thing that we do. It doesn't matter if other teams get away with it, we can't get away with anything now. We have to be spotless every single game, which is added pressure, but it is what it is. But But yeah, anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to talk about too much. I'm not going to talk too much about the Champions League game either. We won that game, but it was a poor game. Ethan Nwaneri can't get on the pitch for some reason. That's my main thing against Arteta right now. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm going to talk more against the Liverpool video at the end of the week. So yeah. Anyway, guys, apologies for taking so long to do this video. I've had a lot of work this week, so. But yeah, I'll come back nice and early next week for the Liverpool game. Hopefully we win, but we'll talk about it as in the good and the bad as it happens. So yeah, anyway, guys, have a good week. Have a good weekend as well, and yeah, hopefully, I want a stress-free game against Liverpool, but it's never stress-free because they're doing really well. But hopefully we're not talking about the refereeing decisions next week. Hopefully we're just talking about two good teams going at it, trying to win the league, trying to stop Man City from winning the league. Although Liverpool fans love Man City right now, so they probably won't mind if they lose this game, because City will probably still win the league. But anyway, guys, take it easy, have a good week, and like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I rant sometimes. So yeah, if you enjoyed that, then yeah, like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you there. And so yeah, have a good week, guys. Adios.